All right, gentlemen, before we get into this video, I need you to get a piece of paper, number it from 1 to 10, and then I need you to write down 10 reasons why you are amazing. This is not a time to be humble. I want you to brag on yourself. Seriously, write it down. I'll actually go over my list to give you some inspiration and ideas, right? Number 1, I'm a good dude. Number 2, I'm kind. Number 3, I'm friendly. Number 4, I dress well. Number 5, I've got a nice body. Number 6, I smell great. Number 7, I've got a good job. Number 8, I'm loyal. Number 9, I've got a good sense of humor. Exactly. And number 10, I am confident. Gentlemen, what about you? Write it down. The reason why I want you to do this little exercise is because I need you to understand that you are amazing, all right? Because unfortunately, a lot of us get in our own head. We think, oh, nobody's gonna like me because I'm not 6'2", or I don't have a great beard, or I'm losing my hair. You think that there are these things that prevent other people from actually being interested in you, and the truth is that you are fucking amazing. Now let's get down to business and actually find you a girl or guy, whatever you're into. And real quick, at the end of this video, I'm actually going to share with you 2 psychological tricks that you do not want to miss in order to make somebody always do what you want and want you like crazy. So now, gentlemen, I'm going to go over a few things that you need to do that is going to help and facilitate you finding an amazing partner, right? Number 1 is stop obsessing about the one. One of the biggest mistakes that guys make is that they'll obsess about the one person, right? And the truth is that this person probably either A, isn't interested in you, or B, friend zoned you 6 months ago because you never actually made a move on him, or C, doesn't actually find you sexually desirable, aka friend zoned you 6 months ago. But the good news is that if you actually implement some of the tips and strategies that I'm going to tell you about in this video, the chances of her coming back and being interested actually in you is high, all right? The second thing is be more interesting, all right? Nobody wants to be around somebody that is boring, all right? You got to get out there, you got to do things. You got to say yes more than you say no. One of the things that keeps us single is failing to actually go out and do different things. The more things that you do, the more people you experience, the more places you go, the more opportunity you're going to have to be around new, exciting people. And the other cool thing is that when you meet new people, go new places, try new foods, or whatever it is, you become a more well-rounded and interesting individual. And this is sexy. Which brings me to the third step. Start talking and engaging with everybody. Literally everybody. The cashier, the person behind you in line, somebody that just walked in. Talk to as many people as you can. Why is this important? Not that you're going to try to make out with all of them, but because it's going to get you to practice talking, engaging, and communicating with people so that when there is somebody that you're actually interested in talking to or possibly making out with, you have the ability to push down the fear of rejection and approach them and talk. The fourth step is to dress with intention. I cannot stress to you the importance of making sure that your style is on point. It doesn't mean that you got to spend thousands of dollars on your outfit, but you've got to make sure that the outfit that you're wearing fits your body, it is stylish, and it is put together with purpose and intention. Because our style, our grooming habits, these are the things that let other people know what we and how we feel about ourselves. Think of it as your brand, your personal brand. What is your brand saying and communicating to other people? Would you date you, right? If you saw you from across the room and you were into dudes like you, would you want to make out with you, all right? If the answer is no, then you got to fix it. If the answer is yeah, I kind of would, right? Then congratulations, you're on your way. The next thing I want you to do is smell amazing. Your breath, how does it smell? Your pits, how do they smell? Your balls, how does it smell? Your body, how do you smell? If the answer is not fucking amazing, then I need you to hit that link down below and check out an incredible deal that I've got for you. So check this out. Right now, for a limited time, for those of you who go through that link down below, you got to go through the link. There's no other way to get to this deal. You get to choose whichever Pete and Pedro fragrance you want. We got 5 amazing panty droppers for you to choose from. We got Rebel, Hero, King, Legend, or Villain, right? Whichever one you want. Read the reviews, all right? This one is my favorite personally because it's inspired by Creed Aventus, the #1 fragrance for getting compliments. Anyway, this is amazing. All right, you get to choose whichever one you want, but you also are going to get these 2 products. You get the natural deodorant. This is actually version 2.0. All right, we've upped the ante, which means it's going to last longer, you're going to smell better, and it's going to protect literally for days so that your pits are always sexy and you're not actually jacking up your endocrine system, because that's the problem with most of the deodorants on the market. They've got all sorts of harmful chemicals, not to mention sulfites and parabens, that jack up your testosterone level. Not this. It's healthy, it's amazing, and it works. It is the best natural deodorant on the market. You're also going to get a fresh, ball powder. This powder, gentlemen, is next freaking level. It is talc free. It's going to absorb wetness. It's going to make you smell incredible all day, every day. This stuff is the best on the market, period. Go read the reviews. It's not just my nuts opinion. Everybody's balls agree that this stuff is amazing. Gentlemen, right now, limited time. That's $50. All three of these products for $50. It's an $84 value, gentlemen. You're saving $34 freaking dollars, but it's not going to last. So if you're interested, hit the link. Get it now because I want you to smell incredible. The next step, gentlemen, is do more things that build your confidence, right? Things in your daily life. What are they that make you feel good about yourself, right? For me, it's exercising, lifting weights, of course, right? It's going and getting a haircut. It's also using skincare. It's reading. It's learning. It's hanging out with my friends. All of these things help me feel better about myself. Another confidence boosting thing that I did was stop watching the movies, right? Now, I am just going to throw this out there as an incredible tool for those of you that are serious about finding somebody amazing, right? If you stop watching the stuff on the internet that dudes watch on the internet and you actually don't consume it, you're going to be amazed at how much more motivation you have. Your dopamine is going to get better. You're also going to be more anxious to get out there and talk to real girls. Which brings me to the next thing, going out where people are in terms of singles. I personally hate bars and nightclubs and places like that. I don't think that's a great place to meet people. And if you're somebody that's a little bit shy or insecure, you're not 6'2", 250 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal and chiseled good looks, right? It's not a great thing because, you know, the majority of average dudes don't stand out and the pressure is on. A better option is things like parks, festivals, yoga classes, the gym, places where you can be around a lot of single people, but you don't have the pressure of a lot of other single dudes around. In terms of dating websites, there are a ton out there, right? Ones like Tinder, ones that are more like geared towards just like quick hookups. I don't necessarily think those are the most conducive for meeting somebody that you're going to want to kick it with long term. But if you want to have that set up and just try, like fine, but you should also have maybe one or two others that are going to be a little bit more suited and geared towards making a real connection and just slow rolling it as opposed to just banging her on the first date. Because the truth is that if she let you do that on the first date, she's let probably 27 other dudes do that on the first date. And I'm not saying that's not a great girl, but I'm just saying that it's probably not somebody you're going to want to settle down with. Hair salons are another place that are just crawling with sassy ass spicy senoritas that are well taken care of, right? If instead of going to a barbershop, you started going to more of like a salon, that is definitely not a bad way to be around and exposed to a lot more beautiful women that are literally like taking care of themselves. Also, something I'd like to just recommend is ask. Ask for a recommendation from a friend or your hairstylist in terms of a date. All right, don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Don't be somebody that's like, oh yeah, not talking about the fact that you're single. You're ready to mingle. You want to meet people. And so simply approaching people that you already know and say, hey, do you know any great girl that you'd like to set me up with, or that's single, or do you have anybody that you can think of that might want to go out with me? Now, at first they might be like, no, but eventually they're going to think about it. They're going to then go to their friend and be like, hey, I got this guy. He's amazing. Would you like to go out with him? Gentlemen, it's about practice. It's about working the muscle. The other great thing about asking for a referral from a friend is that you know that if they are friends with this other person, that you're probably going to get along okay. Or if this friend of yours thought that this person was worthy of dating you, then you know that they're probably high quality. They're not going to set you up with a pig or somebody that they think you're going to hate, right? The other cool thing is that it's a lot easier to break the ice when you're set up on a date, right? Because you can talk about like how you know or the relationship that you have with this mutual person, which makes it more comfortable. So now, gentlemen, without any further ado, what I'd like to share with you is a little psychological trick that my friend Marnie over the Wing Girl Method actually shared with me.
It's using something called open loops.
Open loops.
Which is presenting an idea, leaving it open and vague so that somebody jumps on board with it. So actually, I learned this when I was doing an interview about 2 years ago, and this guy I was interviewing was talking about something he had learned from his mentor, who he was trying to learn how to have threesomes from this mentor. Yes, and so this mentor, not me, it's him. Although they're very fun.
Okay.
Anyway.
Check please, what? Okay, go on.
So, his mentor said...
So wait a second, this? So you learned about this from some dude who was trying to get his wife to have a threesome?
Yes.
Did it work?
Yes. See, again, I'm just saying yes all the time because yes, it works 100%. No,
Okay.
actually, it was 90%. He had a 90% success rate with this line. So his mentor said this is what he would do when he was with two girls, not with his wife. He was with two girls. He would say, hey, I have an interesting idea. And then he would leave it open. And when you hear something like that, that's exciting, you're gonna lean in, you're gonna say, what's that now? Tell me the interesting idea, which has you semi-buy in to the idea that he's about to throw out on the table. Okay, so he said that when he would say this, hey, I have an interesting idea, the girls would lean in and go, what's the idea? Tell me, I wanna hear. Their own version of that.
And
he'd be like, why don't we have a threesome?
And they'd be like...
And 90% of the women would say yes.
Who are these women?
I know. I was asking the exact same thing.
Who is this dude?
These are normal women.
Who's this dude?
Normal women. I don't know what his name was. This is Adam, who I learned it from, who learned from his mentor. So Adam started applying this to his dating life. And on dates, he would say things like, hey, I have an interesting idea. And then he'd ask for whatever he wants. This one girl he was on a date with, they were having fun, they were connecting, they were flirting. And he said, hey, I have an interesting idea. What if you take your panties off under the table, slide them across to me, and then we'll walk out of the restaurant. And she goes, you're on. And did it? They had fun. They made out after. I'm just telling you, it works. It works 100%.
So it's always about, I have an interesting idea.
Yeah. Or you could say, you know what would be really fun? See how it's open?
Oh, so it's not just
open.
It's not just trying to get somebody to take their panties off.
No, it could be, hey, I have an interesting idea. When we meet tomorrow for the first time, let's not say a single word to each other and just hug. It could be as simple as that. Hey, you know what would be really fun? What would be really fun? Well, tomorrow, if we go for donuts, it's just something that gets people to buy in to a concept.
How does it work? Let me
accept it.
This is good stuff, Marty.
Yes, it is good stuff.
This is good stuff. All right, what about so whenever one of the text messages that I've encouraged guys to send to basically get something going is, hey, I saw something and thought of you. Or that I thought is and so
it's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that
because it's open and vague. It's an open loop.
And
it's
it
not
makes the person
it.
and it makes the person curious, right? Like if somebody says to you, "Hey, I saw something that made me think of you," right? It's literally impossible to be like, "I don't care," right?
Yeah.
No, you want to know.
It's engaging. It gets people to bite. That's what you're trying to do.
Bite.
It's a pattern interrupt. It triggers your primal brain. It does a whole bunch of fantastic.
We're triggering primal brains in the Alpha M house. Open loops, gentlemen. This one is next level in terms of psychological warfare. It makes them buy into the idea and basically fill in the gaps before you actually say whatever you're gonna say. All right, let's actually practice. Ready? I'll start. I've got an interesting idea. Really? What is it? You know, it'd be really awesome if you smelled better than every other dude. Yeah, but how? Hit the link down below and grab that incredible Pete and Pedro deal, $50 make you holla. Hell yeah!